get out to that little island.
These are students from a alternative education program. They typically don't get these chances to go out and enjoy the outdoors on their own. There's a huge benefit when it comes to exposing them to the outdoor environment. A lot of our officers, they all were either born or grew up in Miami, in some of the same areas that these kids were born and grew up in, and hopefully they can take that back and share it with their friends and see that police are here to help them and to show them around the environment.
It's like when somebody goes in the water, we're going to go in after.
I believe this event has made a significant difference in creating that next generation that cares. It's extremely important that we provide these students with these opportunities because in their daily lives, they don't get these opportunities. And now they can carry this back with them and interact with their friends and family, interact with their friends in their neighborhoods, and let them know about the positive experience they had with the Fish and Wildlife Commission, with our partnership with DEP, with the interaction that they had with our law enforcement officers. So I think there's a great benefit in the experience.
First, I thought you guys wouldn't even take us all the way out that far, so it's pretty cool and fun. I went to this island, Pelican Island, right? That it's like, I've never been, it's so beautiful and it's so like fun over there. Like we got to pick up garbage and maybe that doesn't sound right, but it was pretty fun to us because while we're doing it, we're talking about how this can affect the environment of the creatures that live in the water. And it's important to keep wildlife the way it is, not dirty and messy, because that's not how it's supposed to be. We learned a lot about all these other different algae and other creatures that we never knew about.
And that way you can just kind of look at them. Wow, that's pretty clever, right?
The first thing that I really liked was going in the water. That was the best thing. Even though we went on the boat, the water was the best thing ever. We were fishing by seine nets and we caught not the biggest fish that we ever thought it would be, but it was just like small little fish. Like the biggest fish had to be like this big. It was a needlefish, and I caught that with my friends and all that. It was fun.
All this is stuff that you learn if you become an FWC officer and you're just more cognizant. It made me feel privileged to be the one to guide these kids through the outdoors, knowing that many of them have never been on a boat and been out on the water and have never seen an island. And now they know what it has to offer, and they know how helpful it is to the environment to be able to pick up and clean up after ourselves. I think this was an eye-opening experience for some of the students. They asked a lot of questions, and now they can spread the information, spread more about our agency's mission and the conservation efforts, and also what they learned today, just being with an officer. You know, it'll help expose these students and their families to who we are, that we're human beings just like they are.
You guys ready?
The most memorable moment of this day was seeing the looks on these kids' faces at the very end when it was time for them to go back to their routine daily lives. And I could tell that they were changed just a little bit. They were touched by this experience, and they most likely will never forget it. And maybe they'll come back for more, or maybe it inspired them to just put forth that extra effort in order to become something better and become part of something bigger than themselves.